What's happening, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode of Mom and Papa Joe. Today on the menu is a Wagyu brisket. I've cooked plenty of them before, but always for competitions. Today is going to be the first time we cook one for us to enjoy here at the house. Let's get right into it. All right, first thing we're going to be doing today is to make our simple rub. It's going to be heavy cracked black pepper. Of course, we're going to be using 16 mesh black pepper. I'm going to start with 6 tablespoons. I've got my Lorry seasoned salt, 1 tablespoon. Garlic powder, 1 tablespoon. And kosher salt, 1 tablespoon. Just going to give this a nice mix. And into an empty bottle. And we are ready to go. So here's our beast of a brisket, man. Wow. And if you did not catch our live last Thursday, I'm going to put the link to it in the top left corner, top right corner as you look at it. But this was a 26-pound Wagyu brisket. I trimmed it down to right a little over 17 pounds. So this is going to be the largest brisket I ever cooked. Seasonings, again, you saw, very simple. First thing I'm going to do is come back with a little bit of a binder, not a whole lot. I'm going to be cooking fat side up, so I am seasoning the meat side first. And again, you saw that there isn't a whole lot of salt in this rub, so you can really pack it on. 17 pounds of meat. All right, let's flip. Coming right back with our jugo. For those of you out there who might be worried that this is going to be too hot with this black pepper, have no such fear, folks. This black pepper is going to cook out nicely during this long cook. And man, everything looks great. So let's head outside and get this pit going after a little cleanup. All right, we're ready to put this baby on. Pit is at 225. You want to put it in the shape that, man, you want it to cook in. We've got the point towards the fire, and at some point during this cook, we are going to be foiling this to prevent it from getting too dark or burnt or dried out. We won't be back out here for another 3 hours or so. All right, so over the last hour and give or take 45 minutes or so, our pit has slowly climbed from that 225 to just about 250 right now. And all I'm trying to do is to not shock this brisket with heat, because that really causes it to curl up. Let's see what our fire looks like. All right, and we're just about ready for another small log. Running Western wood oak and pecan today. And folks, that's all we need. We maintain that good bed of coals. You drop a fresh log on there. You give it a couple of seconds or so for that flame to get going. And you just close that back up. Let's keep rocking. All right, let's take our first look at this, man. We're right there at that 4-hour mark. Man, we're looking good. And what I'm thrilled about right now, there's no puddling anywhere, man. Don't know how well you're able to see that. Fat is starting to break down, starting to get soft. And I actually think we can put a little something on it. This is a little TNT mop salt. Just a little misting, nothing much. I am going to cover my end with a little foil. Again, I'm trying to protect them from getting too brown. This end that's closest to the stack can warm up a little bit. And then this end towards the firebox. And we're just going to let her continue to render and lose weight, so to speak. I want to get this fat just so soft that I can poke through it if I push hard enough. So we're still a little ways away, but 4 hours in, we're looking good. I'm loving that color. Had to bust out a new clock. My old clock conked out on me. And we're a little over 6 hours. We want to take a look and see what we've got going, man. Oh, she is looking spectacular. Oh, that fat. This is what I'm talking about right here, folks. I don't know if you can see that movement. All right, now I've got a little weeping in here, so this part of the bark is a little soft, but we're really rendering. I'm not going to do any spritzing or anything on this look, so nothing to be done just yet. 7 hour mark, folks. Let's see where we are, and are we close to wrapping this pepper? All right, fire looking great. Pit is still running well, man. Still getting some weeping. Remember, man, a brisket is about 75% moisture. I can see some weeping dripping onto my shelf. I'll show you that in a little bit. So I definitely know that it is not ready to wrap. I'm thinking when this is going to be ready to wrap. This is so thick that it's going to take a little while to get rid of a lot of this this moisture, this water that's in there. So we're just going to keep letting things go. We've got some areas that are nice and dry, man. Just a little bit of spritz on it. Make sure we keep things moist. And just a few problem areas. But we're going to let them work their themselves out. And that is what I'm talking about right there, folks. That is the leaching. That is the moisture that's coming out of that brisket. 75% water in the brisket. You've got to get a lot of that out before you wrap. Folks, we are at the 9 hour mark, man. I think we are getting ready to wrap. I've been trying to let this thing get to that 170 range. 72, 168, 75. We are going to butcher paper. So we're going to take these off. Oh, this thing. Oh, man, I just, look at that. Oh, pull off my foil without being careful. We're going to put down just a little beef tallow to loosen this paper up and to prevent a little sticking. I'm here to tell you, in terms of flavor, I don't think beef tallow adds any. So it's definitely not for flavor purposes. Oh, look at that beautiful rendering right there, man. This bark looks beautiful. I can't believe I pulled that off. Thank you, Mom. So I am fat up. I'm now fat down. And I am fat up. Nice tight package. And so, folks, at this point, if wood is a problem, you can finish this in the oven. If time is a problem, you can crank up your grill, your pit to 300 or something along those lines. But I'm going to continue with the same temperature we've been running. So 9 hour mark, 6:30, folks. Let's give this a check. 208 in the flat. All right, we are at 210, folks, and it probes nicely. We're gonna call this good. We're gonna pull at 631. So our finish is 631. All right, so a little short of a 12-hour cook. All right, folks, let's get this knocked out, man. We've given this brisket more than 3 hours to rest. It is down in temperature to right under 150, so we are ready to go. Let's see what we're looking like here. Try not to make a mess here. It's beautiful. Man, this just annoys me. But it is what it is. Let me get this to the sink. Oh my goodness. This thing is a beast, man. Wow. Man, it feels good, man. Let's see what we're working with here. Folks, I am telling you, man, that is slice number 3, and I am here to tell you, look at the juices, look at the moisture. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna let Mama go first. Folks, this is a Wagyu, man, but wow, so silky, so moist. I was a little concerned that we would have some extra long slices, but I'm here to tell you, man, that there's no such thing right now. Look at these. Wow. Beautiful. That right there is like butter. Just gonna shorten these and we'll get to that point. Wow. That is perfection, man. So well rendered. That honeycomb, fully rendered. Look at that. A great trim too. If I say so myself. Toot toot. Yes, I am tooting my own horn. Wow. Man, I honestly don't know if I want to slice this entire thing.
I say don't. Go ahead and vacuum seal it.
Folks, that is money. That is money. It doesn't get any better than this, man.
Wow. That is a beautiful slice.
It doesn't get any better than that. All right, folks, so we're going to get this packaged, man. We're going to feed some of the neighbors. But our cook took exactly 11 hours, 31 minutes. And Charlie Cruz was the closest. I want to say Charlie Cruz said, was it 12 hours and 12.9 hours. He was the closest. So Charlie Cruz, when you see this video, you definitely need to get with us, man, and we'll get you your swag sent out. So again, folks, a long cook, but pretty simple, man. We didn't do anything difficult. Mom and I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us as usual. Be on the lookout for another video coming soon. In the meantime, as usual, we want you guys to take care of yourselves, love each other, and we'll see you when we see you. Holla!